I'm going to show you how to repair a wall after mirror glue removal. I'll also show you some DIY drywall tips and tricks. And if you stick around to the end of the video, you'll see the dilemma I ran into when my mud started bubbling up. I'll also show you how to repair a crack with a couple tips and tricks and fiber fuse drywall tape. And if you missed part 1 of this video series, first I had to scrape off all of the mastic that held the mirrors in place. Then I applied the guards problem surface sealer to lock down all the drywall brown paper. Alright, so I've given the guards plenty of time to dry. Quite a few glue spots that I'm going to hit. So I'll be using a USG all-purpose joint compound. You could use a quick set, but since there's so much, I'm just going to go ahead and use the all-purpose. It does have more glue in it, so the adhesion will be a lot better. Alright, so basically, I'm just going to go over every spot where there was glue and I hit with the guards. Wax on, wax off. If you run across a high spot, you might need to scrape it, but you basically want to put it on and take it off, and the mud will fill where it needs to, and it'll dry super quick doing it like this. When the wall's been sealed with guards, it will not absorb like a drywall, so it's going to take longer to dry, but this sealer is top notch in my book. I'm using a 12-inch drywall taping knife and a 14-inch mud pan, stainless steel. Homeowner did not want me tearing out this drywall. This side of the wall was a lot worse as far as the mastic just pulled the paper off the drywall, so that definitely needs to get hit with guards. If you don't, it's going to bubble up on you when you hit it with your joint compound. Again, you just want to fill it and then remove it. This actually goes pretty quick, and most of you that's trying to repair drywall after removing a mirror don't have a wall this size. It's usually just a small area on a wall, so this is almost a worst case scenario. Alright, here's where I'm starting to see some bubble after I applied the joint compound. So what I'm going to need to do is just peel away where the bubble is. Then I'll have to drop back and hit it again with the guards. Sometimes if you take your razor knife, you can just score the area first. Do not just apply joint compound over the area you just peeled the blister off of, or else it's just going to blister again. You have to use guards to seal that up. Okay, so I'm just going to keep moving forward and getting joint compound on all the other glued areas. Then I will drop back and hit that with guards one more time where it blistered up underneath the joint compound. Okay, I've got all the areas where the black mirror mastic glue was. Now I'm just going to hit that area that peeled with the guards. Then I'll let that dry. Alright, I'll let that dry. I'm going to go ahead and mud the area again to catch it up with the rest of the wall. There's also a crack to the left of where I'm mudding that I'm going to use some fiber fuse drywall tape. Perfect for cracks. And you can also see the screws that I put on each side of the crack. That way, hopefully that crack never comes back. A couple areas bubbled up in the process. Here's that crack. Did put the 2 screws on each side where I found the studs. First thing you want to do is lay a bed of all-purpose joint compound over the crack. You don't want it too thick, but you don't want it too thin either. You're going to bed the fiber fuse down into it. This fiber fuse is super strong drywall tape. So you just lay it in the bed of mud. I'm going to need a little more over here. Start from the center and pull one way. That way the tape's not going to lift. Just try and keep it smooth as you can. You don't want to push too much mud out, and you want the tape to be sitting nicely in the bed. And then after you've got it bedded, you want to go over it one more time with the mud and let it dry. Again, this tape is the best that you can use for cracks. Alright, so we'll let that dry. Next, I'll show you how to skim coat these walls using a 14-inch drywall knife. Skim coating is a technique of applying a thin coat of joint compound to achieve a smooth surface. It's going to take 2 rounds of skim coating to get these walls smooth again. Let me know in the comments below what kind of drywall repair project you're working on. Subscribe for more skim coating and drywall tips. Thanks for watching.